guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. What's big, what's poppin'? I really don't know, I still haven't come up with an intro yet. But anyway, so I am here. I know that I missed last week, and I know that I've been saying that I was going to be more consistent, but I've been trying to edit my videos and actually be a good YouTuber, and I got the editing software I wanted, and it's actually pretty easy to use, but you can't upload to YouTube unless it's only 15 minutes long, and I will edit it down as much as I can, and it ends up being too long, and so I guess we're just gonna have unedited videos for right now until I can figure some stuff out. But anyway, so this week I've been seeing this trend going around YouTube where people, I'm not centered, hang on. Anyway, where people answer questions. Okay, let me take this cotton out of my ears. I know that's gross, but I can't hear myself, and I've been sick, so I have cotton in my ears to help. Anyway, so people will ask, do a Twitter poll, and people ask them, their followers will ask them questions that they've been avoiding, that they think they've been avoiding, and they'll answer them on their YouTube channels. Well, I don't have a big following, nor do I think anybody would, respond to that, so I asked my husband questions that he thinks that I've been avoiding. I glanced over them, and I think there are, questions that, some of them are questions that, multiple people ask me, and some of them are questions he just wants to know. So, I don't really remember most of them. I did write them down. I do remember them, but I didn't, think about them or anything like that. So, we're just gonna go over them now. And let's just jump into it. So, the first one is, why do you avoid reason at all costs? Well, why do you avoid reason? Not at all costs. Why do you avoid reason? I guess, it just depends. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a controlling person. So, and I have, a lot of wisdom for my age, I guess. I don't know. I think that I do because I've been through a lot. So, when people give me, a scenario and they're like my family, if they tell me, you shouldn't do this because of this, I'll be no, even though that they're giving me perfectly valid reasons on why I shouldn't do it. I want to control the situation, and I want to, I don't want to listen to anybody. I just want to do my own thing. So, I don't listen to reason. So there's that. And I know it's kind of a shitty quality, but it also has partially to do with my oppositional defiance disorder, but that's another video in its entirety. Gosh. The next question is, why do you make mountains out of molehills? So, I am a person, and he's asking that because, if we have an argument or something, or even just a conversation, doesn't even have to be an argument. I will be talking about something, and it's something so small, but I'll get really heated about it, or even if it's not even about him, if it's about something that happened out in public, I will make a mountain out of molehill. And I think that's just, I don't know, when I'm a very opinionated person, so I feel strongly about certain things, so if something that wouldn't matter to him, an opinion I have about something that he doesn't really care about, which he cares about my opinions, but he doesn't care about that subject, maybe, is better, or just anybody in general, I will, keep going about the subject, whatever it is, and, keep talking about it, and it's not because, I want to argue, it's not because I want to, beat a dead horse, it's just because I feel so passionately about it, and it just sticks in my mind, so I have to keep talking about it. And, I come up with new things, and it's part of my anxiety-ridden mind, where I just think of literally everything. So I keep bringing it up, and I make a mountain out of molehill. These are, really deep. I don't know if I want to answer all these. Anyway, so, yeah. Why do you, oh my gosh, what, he knew this was going on YouTube, so whatever. Why do you push people away that you love? Okay, so, this is a question that's not only that he wants to know, it's, like, a question that a lot of people ask me. And, because, like, I'm a very outgoing, I'm a very person, I'm very eccentric, I'm very, not eccentric, but, like, I'm very outgoing, and, like, I love people, and I love helping people, I love talking to people, like, I love making friends, but when I make a friend, like, I don't have a lot of friends, not because, like, people don't want to be my friends, but because I push so many people away, I push everybody away, and it's not like, I mean, if we're honest here, since we're all about honesty on this channel, it's not because I don't want to be their friend or they're a shitty person or something, which there's some occasions where it's because they're a shitty person, but sometimes it's just really because, most of the time actually, I have a hard time staying close to people because I suffer from mental illness and depression and stuff, so, like, I just push everybody away. I don't want them to see me, sorry, I got a text. I don't want them to see me, like, at my worst, and also when I have to, they want to hang out, and I'm in a depressive episode, they're like, oh, let's hang out, and I just push them away, because I don't only push them away, like, as in, like, oh, let's not hang out and make a reason not to, like, hang out with them. I also, like, sometimes I, like, give them a reason not to hang out with me. Like, I'll start an argument with them, and I know that's really toxic and really shitty, and I can't believe that I'm admitting this to the whole world. But it's so true. Because I don't want them to see me at my worst. I don't want them to see that side of me, so I like, start an argument, like, about something stupid, or something that even has been bothering me, and I'll, like, stuff down, and then finally I'm like, I can't be friends with this person anymore, so I'm just gonna, like, let myself go and tell them how I feel about it, and it turns into an argument, and it's a whole toxic thing, so I just don't have a lot of friends, because I don't know how to be a friend. I don't know, whatever. And it's the same way with my family. Like, I love my family so much, but they help me, and they do everything they can to, like, help me, but my illnesses get in the way, like, with depressive episodes, with how I feel like I don't deserve anybody in my corner, and I push people away, and yeah, there's that. Oh, why won't you quit smoking? Okay, so that's something I don't think I've ever mentioned on this channel. I do smoke cigarettes. And I never really admitted that because I didn't want people to know, because it is a disgusting habit. I don't why won't I quit smoking? Really because I don't have to. Like, nobody can tell me that I have to. But also because, like, this is getting so deep, and I really don't like this, because I don't want it to seem like I'm just a depressed piece of shit. But anyway, everybody's like, well, there's so many, like, problems. Like, you can get cancer, you can get gum disease, you can get, like, emphysema and COPD, or whatever it is. I don't really know. Whatever the disease is with your lungs. You can get all these things, but to me it doesn't matter, because, like, I'm gonna die anyway. Like, what if it's, like, a few years earlier? I'm gonna die when it's my time. Like, when it's my time. And, like, I don't really care. Like, at this point, and I know I'm sure I'll care. I don't condone smoking. Like, for anybody else, I'll tell them to quit smoking. Like, screw you. You don't need to smoke. Like, I care about you too much. And people do that to me because they care about me, and they just don't want me to smoke. But, like, also, what people don't know about cigarettes, and I'm not condoning this, do not think that I'm condoning this, but for me, like, I started smoking as an anxiety relief. I'm just gonna be honest. Started back smoking. I started smoking because I thought it was cool. My family does it. And people I know that I look up to does it. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Even though, like, when I was in school, in elementary school, that's when they were finding out, like, all this bad shit about smoking, and you don't need to do it. But, like, I just wanted to be cool, so I started smoking, And then I stopped because I didn't like it. It was gross. But then I was working a job, and they sold cigarettes where I worked, and I was like having a problem with some dude one day, and I was just like, I want a cigarette. And I bought a pack of cigarettes, and I've been smoking ever since. And like, I don't want to quit because it's an addiction. Like, let's be honest, it's an addiction, and like, I feel like there's no reason for me to quit. I don't know, this is kind of hard to explain because there's like so many factors. But like, the main reason is I'm addicted, and like, there's no reason. Like, I don't have cancer. I mean, there's obviously reason, but there's not like an imperative reason. Like, right now you need to quit because you just got diagnosed with cancer or something. And I know that sounds really shitty because there's like people that suffer from that, from smoking, and like, I probably look like an asshole, but like, maybe it's just simply I don't care enough about myself to quit. I don't know. Maybe that's it. And it does really help me when I have anxiety, because I don't go to a psychiatrist anymore for medicine. I know I should. I just stopped for a while. That's a whole nother story. But when I get anxiety or something, I smoke a cigarette, and that helps. And I'm not condoning it. There's so many other healthier ways to treat anxiety, and besides smoking a cigarette. You can definitely take a PRN, which is an as needed like medication that you could take for that, but I do smoking. Okay, that was something I didn't really want to answer, but anyway. Why don't you follow your passions? Okay, so this one, like, I don't mind answering because it's not that I don't want to follow my passions. So I've wanted to be a nurse since I was a kid. I actually thought about being a doctor for a really long time, but I knew that I couldn't pay to be a doctor. I didn't want to take out the loans for medical school, even though that I would, it would just be a big chunk of my life. I wanted to be a surgeon, actually. I didn't know what kind of surgeon I wanted to be, but I really wanted to do that, and, but I just knew that I couldn't pay for it. And, or even if somebody was paying for it for school for me, I just knew that I just didn't want them to pay for the 12 years of medical school, or however long it is. I didn't want that. And, it wasn't feasible. So I wanted to be a nurse because I wanted to work in the healthcare field, and I have family members that are nurses, and I just really looked up to nurses. So yes, I wanted to be a nurse for a multitude of reasons, but so I even took healthcare classes in school, like high school. I just did all those things. And then when college came around, long story short, I will do a whole nother video on why college didn't work out for me. Long story short, I went to 2 different colleges, or I started at 2 different colleges, got enrolled and everything. The financial aid didn't work out either time. I'm actually in $7,000 of debt because of one of them, because, the people that said they were going to pay for my schooling didn't, and that's why I am in debt. And like, even though I want to be a nurse and I want to do these things, I'm just so in debt that even if I found a loan, even if I could get a loan, which I can't because my credit's shot because of the debt that I'm in, even if that could work out, even, if I got scholarships or whatever, I can't really go to school because I owe money to this one school. So that is why I don't follow my passions, because I don't think that there's any way that I can. I'm sure there is some way, but I don't think I would be comfortable. Even if I could figure out some way, I wouldn't be comfortable going to school with being in that much debt. That would impede on my school life, and it wouldn't work out. So now I'm just kind of in a, stagnant thing. Another passion of mine is YouTube, and, I'm doing that right now. I'm making YouTube videos, so I guess I am following some of my passions. I'm just not following my, career passions, which YouTube could be a career, but that's not what I want. I don't want YouTube, I don't have an intention of YouTube being my career. It's just something fun I do. And so that's, a passion, but it's more of a hobby type thing. But, I think he's talking about, my career and stuff like that. So there's that. This one's kind of cute. Why don't you let me give you foot rubs? Or, yeah. So that's what he said. I think he was trying to make some of them funny, which my aunt has asked me that too because she loves foot rubs, and she asked me like why, and I've actually had a couple people ask me that because like a lot of people like foot rubs. I hate foot rubs. I do not like people touching my feet. I love to get a pedicure, but like I hate it at the same time because I don't like people touching my feet. I just like my toes looking pretty. So it's just, no, I don't like people touching my feet. So there you go. I feel like I've missed some. Anyway, no, I don't think I did. Anyway, why don't you take care of yourself? And I know, like, to some people that's like, excuse me, what do you mean? Why don't you take care of yourself? Yes, I'm hygienic. Yes, I, take care of myself in that sense. He's talking about why don't I quit smoking? Why don't I eat healthy? Why don't I exercise? Because, and, like, don't take that the wrong way. He's not trying to, like, change me. I just talk shit about, like, how much weight that I've gained. Like, I talk shit about, like, how I don't feel comfortable in my own skin and how I feel gross because I eat gross all the time, and like I complain about these things but I don't change them, and that's what he's talking about. And honestly, like, I really don't have an answer for that, and I'm not saying that because I don't want to answer it or I'm avoiding the question. I don't know, maybe it's the motivation part, because like with my illnesses, and I know I bring that up a lot, I don't use my illnesses as an excuse. Don't like ever think that. I'm just being honest about, like, I'm being upfront and honest completely about how my illnesses play in my everyday life. And with my illnesses, like with some people, like motivation, you can motivate them and you can, like, you know, do all these things to motivate them. Like, it just doesn't work for me. Somebody telling me to do something makes me feel even worse about myself. And so, like, and I can't even motivate myself. So it's like, I need to find a way to motivate myself, and I just haven't found that yet. So, like, and I get very discouraged if I don't meet a goal, or if I start eating healthy for a week, and then I mess up. I will literally drop everything because I messed up that one day. And like, if I'm not getting the results, I don't want to get very discouraged, and it's just, that's why I don't, like, eat healthy, and I don't go to the gym, and I don't, all those things. So, there's that. There's another question on here, but I'm not going to answer it because it's literally the same question of another question he asked. So, let me double check and make sure that I didn't skip any. Oh, I skipped 2, actually. Okay, why do you think that you can't work? Okay, so, I am currently, this is like deep, juicy stuff. Y'all are letting in on my, like, personal life. So anyway, so currently I am not working. I do perfectly posh on the side, but like, I don't have a 9 to 5 or anything like that. And it's not because I like mooching off people. I'm not a moocher. Like, I don't know why he told me to put this on the internet, because people are going to take it as I'm a moocher, and no, it's not that. I currently live at home with my mother. This is so embarrassing because this is a big insecurity that I have. Wow. I feel like shit right now. But, I live at home. And my husband helps me pay my phone bill and like my bills, and helps me with groceries and things like that. And I don't work because, and he doesn't understand like why. I don't know why he asked me this, because I've told him this before. Anyway, and I've had a lot of people ask me this question too, so maybe it's that reason. But I don't work because I am not mentally stable enough to work. And it's like, I'm not disabled. I'm not, like, I couldn't get disability out. Well, actually I could, but I don't do that because, like, I could work. But, like, currently, at this point in time, I can't work because I've tried working a lot in the last year, but I end up quitting jobs a few months after because, like, my mental health is not okay. Okay, and, I honestly feel terrible about it. It is one of my biggest insecurities because I feel useless because I'm not contributing to my own life. I'm not contributing to where I'm living. None of that. And it just, I feel like shit because of it. I don't like being taken care of. I do, but I don't. Like, I want to be independent, but, like, right now, if I got a job, it would just be more depleting on my mental health because I probably had, I don't know how many jobs I've had within the last year, but we'll say it's 5. It's probably at least 5. And every time that I quit a job, I felt worse, and my mental health got worse, and I would just get worse and worse and worse. And, like, my depression would get worse, and I would lash out more, and it was just it would be a snowball effect. It would just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's not because I don't want to work, it's not because I don't try, it's just because I'm not stable enough, and I don't really know how to explain it, because I wasn't expecting to answer this type of question. I just, like I said, I just skimmed through them, wrote them down, didn't even think about them. Because I'm not on medication, I'm currently trying to go to therapy, and it's just, when you have mental illness, everyday things that would be easy, like, it's hard enough to keep a job. Like, some people's like, it's not hard to keep a job, but it is. Like, it's not something that comes naturally for some people, and I'm a hard worker. I'm not saying that. It's tough having to go to a full-time job every day. Like, it's something that is a necessity that people have to do, but it's not easy. It's just like not going to college isn't easy, going to high school isn't easy, it's not easy, okay? And, just for even a normal, like, I wouldn't say normal, but somebody without mental illness, but somebody with mental illness, with crippling anxiety like me, with depression like me, with bipolar like me, it's extremely, extremely difficult because my anxiety gets bad. Like, if a customer walks in and I feel like, and they're sketchy or they're stealing stuff, certain jobs say don't confront them, certain jobs make you confront them. I couldn't do that. There was, my last job, actually, you were supposed to confront the person. You weren't supposed to be rude, you were just supposed to, like, ask them about it, and, like, I couldn't do that. That's an example. Also, like, anxiety would get bad if there was a long line of customers. I felt like even though I was a hard worker and I worked my ass off, it was so hard for me to do that. And, like, it's kind of a catch-22 because, like, for some people with mental illness, working a job actually helps them. Like, when I was in high school, I went to high school from 8 to 3, and I would get off. I would come home and get off the bus around 3:30, maybe between 3:30 and 4. Then I would go into work at 4:30 and stay till 9. That was my schedule. So I was busy from 8 in the morning till 9 at night. I would come home, take a shower, and go to bed. It helped me in that sense because I was go, go, go. I didn't have time to think. I didn't have time. I don't really know how to explain it. That is like a totally different video that I think that I should make because, yeah, that's just a totally different video. Just the gist of it, I know I kind of like went on a tangent there, but the gist of it is I just mentally can't do a job right now. And I don't want anybody, like, you can judge me all you want, but, like, judge me, like, hate on me, but, like, if you don't let that, like, if you don't have mental illness, you don't understand, and honestly, even if you do have mental illness, you can't understand that. You may not be able to understand, like, what I'm going through because mental illness you have the same mental illness that I do, and have the same symptoms, you can react completely different, so just be understanding of that. And I think there was one more question. He asked, okay, so the question that he asked, like, he typed out, I don't know what he meant by it, but I was ready to make this video, so I didn't, like, ask him. So, I took from it, why do you spend so much money? And I would have to say I spend so much money because when I'm manic, I spend a ton of money. It's actually just a symptom of bipolar, manic depressive bipolar. Specifically, when you're manic, you spend a lot of money. It's just something that you do. You shop, and that's really the answer for that. I don't know why, but like buying things makes me happy. You know, it's great to get that Amazon package, and really, that's all I can like answer about that. So anyway, that's my video. These are actually really deep questions. I did not realize, like, I wrote them down. Obviously, I knew what they were in my head, but I didn't think about them. Like, I just wrote them down, if that makes sense. So, like, they're a lot deeper than I expected. And he did really good because they're, like, questions that, some of them were, like, specific questions that he's asked me and only a couple people have asked me, but, like, some of them are, like, a lot of people have asked me that. So, he did a good job. I hope that, like, was interesting for you guys to watch. You got to know a little bit more about me. And there you go. I love you guys. I'm sorry this video may not be edited to filth. I'm going to try and edit it. If it doesn't work out, then it might just be the unedited version. But I love you guys all the same. I'm gonna try and be more consistent. I'm not gonna promise anything because, like, it may not work out. But I'm going to try my best. And I love you guys, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.